Hey y'all. So today was a really special day. I got to get back on set. I was selected to be part of the Alliance of Women Directors, a professional organization of which I am a part. Their inaugural Scenes for Reels program, which pairs amazing directors in the program with writers and actors, DPs, production designers, everyone, to create short films that can be used for directors' reels. Now, I wasn't a director on this particular project. I was a writer. I got to shadow Shanice, who was the director for the project I wrote, Freckle-Dick, hopefully coming soon to a streaming platform near you, YouTube being the operative streaming platform, and watch and listen to my words come to life. And Shanice was so just generous with her time, with the space. I was able to watch everything, and the actors were so generous. I mean, just watching them create a world that I had only imagined in my head and put it out into real life better than I had imagined in my head and more real was just so special. And obviously it was hilarious because I wrote it. I mean, the title Freckle-Dick kind of speaks for itself. But because of that, I have a few minutes, and I just wanted to give a quick update on what's going on here with me, with my films on this channel. So first of all, last time you saw me, True After Dark. And True After Dark is what I've called the night shift. I just realized that you all don't even know that. My romantic comedy that's set in Los Angeles, like most of my films, and is inspired by Sleepless in Seattle, specifically the idea of what if Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan had met at the end of Act 1. I have my lookbook that I made. The last video you saw from me was me doing photo shoot for the lookbook. And I have some really exciting news about the project that I can share in a few months. I think the more relevant update is that I hired a line producer and I budgeted the film, and I knew this going in, but to have it confirmed by a line producer is helpful. The budget for it is about $1.5 million. That's a lot of money. It's not necessarily a lot for a movie, but for a first feature, by a first-time feature director, first-time feature director, okay. It is quite a bit of money to raise, especially when I don't have a producer attached yet. So that movie is moving forward in its own way, but there's a good chance it won't be my first feature as a director. Instead of, just pushing blindly forward on one project, I thought, well, there has to be a way that I can make another film for a little bit cheaper and actually raise the money while I'm waiting for True After Dark to move forward. And so y'all remember I had a contained romantic comedy that I was writing, and a couple years ago I just couldn't bring myself to do a table read for it, and I wrote a whole video about cringe paralysis, and I think that there was something to that. My contained romantic comedy, I reread it recently because I'm thinking, all right, I can either write something else small or I can maybe try to rework this one. I read it and I realized I was not mean enough to my characters. They don't start out in a devastated enough position. And so they're just kind of walking around with each other, getting to know each other. And it feels very true to life, but not very interesting for a film. So I figured out how to fix it, and I'm currently embarking on a page 1 rewrite on it in the hopes that I can finish that pretty quickly and start raising money. I think the budget will be around $60,000 to $100,000, and that feels like an amount that I can raise with or without a producer on my own for this first feature. So I'm moving forward. Things are moving forward, and that's really exciting for me. But I don't know which project's going to move first. I'm doing a page 1 rewrite on this. I don't know how much I can actually talk about writing, again, in these videos. I feel like I've covered so much of it, and it's not exciting. But I don't want to give up YouTube. I don't want to stop updating you as much as I can with True After Dark, which is not that much right now, and as much as I can with Anatomy of a Love Song, which is the title of this contained romantic comedy. So here's what's up. If you're watching this channel, I hope that you are interested in me and my journey and want to watch my movies. And so what I want to do with this channel now, I want to do a bit of a pivot because I'll still share updates and be as candid and open as I can. I'll share my process as much as I can and may hopefully make it interesting. But I also want to welcome you into my world, into my point of view. Because there's so much in the world that inspires me. There's architecture, there's art, there's food, coffee, the city of Los Angeles. I mean, my adoptive city is where I set so many of my films, and it's its own character. And I'd love to take you on a tour of my Los Angeles. And obviously there's Jewish joy because that's just something that's so close to my heart. I'm Jewish, and I want to show stories about us, tell stories about us that are authentic and true and real and not centered in our pain or tragedy or feel capital I important because we all died in the Holocaust. I just want to show a bunch of messy, flawed people learning to love each other and also celebrating their heritage, celebrating their culture, their ethnicity. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be try to share a video every other week. I feel like that's a good cadence that I can keep up with alongside my job and my writing work and taking care of a toddler. And also, you know, spending time with family. There'll be vlogs, architecture tours, video essays. Anything in these videos will help you recognize me in my movies. And also, if you see through my lens and you dig it, I know that you'll dig my films because I want to bring you along on my journey of making them. And I also want you to be excited to watch them. So that's what's going to happen here. And I'm losing the lovely golden hour light a little bit in my backyard oasis, which is just mere feet from my child's toys. We'll just pan over here, show you. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, continuing to subscribe. Real quick, I almost forgot. I have a Substack now, and I'm going to be posting every week essays that will be pretty much complementary to these YouTube videos. I'm going to talk about a lot of the same processes, things I love, moments that inspire me. Go over there, hit subscribe. It's paigefeldman.substack.com. Link is below in the description. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in a couple weeks when I show you the world again through my lens. Bye.